Hello and welcome to May monthly energies for all signs. Excuse me. The way it's going to work, what we're going to do is I'm going to pull 2 cards for each sign, and then I'm going to clarify them to see what energies you can expect for your sign in the month of May. Now, keep in mind, I highly recommend watching your sun, moon, and rising in order to get a full picture of the energies that are coming your way this month. All right, first of all, let's start off with earth signs, Virgo. Show me Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted energies for May. Okay. So here's the thing, Virgo. Something ended for you. You're showing me the Ten of Swords, and then bottom of the deck, you get the Ace of Swords. You're waiting for some clarity surrounding this ending. So whatever ended, I'm going to clarify in a minute to see if it's like a friendship, a relationship, whatever it is that ended, you're like, okay, it ended, but there's something I'm still not clear on. I'm waiting to get this clarity. I know I'm going to get this clarity. Like, I know it's going to become obvious to me, or I'm going to understand something about this ending. You're not there yet, though. You don't have this understanding yet. Let's clarify the Three of Wands and see what it is that you're waiting for. Virgo, let's see what you're waiting for. Okay. You're really, really confused. So here's the thing. You want to talk to this person. Okay? There's somebody that you're showing me, I need or want to have a conversation with them. Now, this is somebody, they could be a Taurus. Doesn't have to be, though. Focus on the message, not the signs. You're essentially showing me, like, I want to have this conversation because something about this separation is not clear to me. So it's almost like you have these 2 opinions or these 2 thoughts as to why things ended. And you're showing me, like, some days I feel like this is the right answer. Other days I feel like this is the right answer. But there's really no definitive conclusion for you where you're like, I just don't know. I genuinely don't know. And you're showing me that you really want to talk to the other person that you're connected to or that you were connected to. Well, you're still connected to them because you guys haven't severed the connection, at least not on your part. And you're showing me, like, I want to talk to them in order to get this clarity. Like, I need to understand why. And you know that this conversation is going to happen. It's not a question, as far as you're concerned, of if it's going to happen. It's literally just a question of when it's going to happen. But I don't see it happening quite yet. I feel like you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. You're showing me that you don't think you're going to have to wait as long as you initially thought. So if in your head you had this, like, time frame of, oh, I'm going to have to wait 3 months to talk to this person, or it's going to take me, like, a year to hear from them, you're showing me that the time frame has, like, shortened or condensed, but you're still waiting. You're still waiting. And again, this is all through, like, the clarity that you're looking for, you're expecting to get it through a conversation. So it's not like, at least as far as you're concerned, you can't give yourself this clarity. Let's take a look at the Ten of Swords. Yep, and this is love. King of Cups, the Emperor, the Six of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with an Aries. Yeah, following this ending, okay, your person, they walked away. You didn't walk away from this. They walked away, and you're showing me, yeah, things ended. We broke up, we separated. The love hasn't gone anywhere. As far as you're concerned, you're like, I still love them very, very, very much. Now, you love them. You don't know how they feel about you. You're showing me, I have no clue how they feel about me ever since they walked away. You are still trying to maintain some level of control here. So what I mean by that is you're not reaching out to your person, you're not texting them, you're not trying. It's not like you're trying to get a reaction out of them. No, you're just sitting here and observing. Okay, you're observing the situation, you're observing what happens. You're like, I'm not taking any action here. And it's not from a place of, like, ego, or it's not from a place of, like, trying to play games. You just don't feel like it's aligned for you to be the one to take action. I don't know why, obviously. We could dive into this in a personal reading, but you're showing me, like, I know I love them. I know they walked away. As far as I'm concerned, this connection is not over yet. You're not even really showing me like reconciliation. You're just really focused on, I need clarity about something. I need to understand something here, which you currently don't understand. You're like, I'm not clear on this. Okay, moving on to Taurus. Show me Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Show me Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, please. We've only done Virgo. Now we're doing Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Again with the Ten of Swords. What the heck? What is going on? Okay, Taurus, some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn. There's love here. Okay, here in the 3D world, there is love. You love your person. They love you. I can tell you that based on the energies that I'm seeing here, the love goes both ways. So you've got, here in the 3D world, emotionally, you've got nothing to worry about. However, you're finding something to worry about. You constantly have this like overarching fear, belief. I don't even know what this is, but it's deep. It's ingrained deep within you of, oh, this is going to end. This is going to end. Oh, this is so good. It's going to end. Oh, you think they love you and you love that? It's going to end. What? Why? Like, why? What? There's nothing here in the 3D world which indicates that. Why? And again, the devil is at the bottom of the deck. This is something subconscious. This is a limiting belief you carry. I get that. Nothing in the 3D world is indicating that you're accurate, that you're right. Let's take a look at the Queen of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Cups for me for Taurus. Five of Cups, the Death, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. I don't know if you have history with this person or if you're just bringing the past, like past relationships and kind of like projecting them onto this connection. But you're essentially showing me, I've had other relationships. Like in the past, at some point, I loved the person, they loved me, and it ended badly. Not only did it end, it felt like a death. Like literally, it ended, it was difficult, it was painful. And I really do not want history to repeat itself. I do not want that same, energy from the past for me to make the same mistake and be like, oh, they love me, I love them. Okay, great, yay. And then they end up breaking up with me. Now, I can see that this causes a lot of resistance for you because Taurus, whatever happened in the past really hurt you. It really broke your heart. It really, really hurt you. So again, for some of you, it may be with this person. For the majority of you, it's not this person. It's like some other relationship. Either way, you're bringing the past and you're projecting it onto the current situation. Okay, you're dragging the past and making it the present. This is causing you a lot of frustration, a lot of hardships, and a lot of difficulties internally for yourself. Not even between you and this other person. It's just for you. It's literally like you're not even able to feel this love, this beautiful love that you and this person share, because you are constantly putting wall after wall after wall in order to not get hurt and not have history repeat itself. And in the meantime, you're so protected. You're like trying to protect yourself so much, you're not even feeling anything. Do you know what I mean? Let's take a look at the Ten of Swords, which is this fear that you have. Knight of Wands, the Strength, and the Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you get the Nine of Swords. Okay, so here's the thing. You're afraid that this is going to end because, and again, Taurus, you're just making things hard for yourself. You're showing me, I know what I bring to the table. I know how attractive I am. I know how radiant I am. I know how magnetic I am. I know that my energy is just very, very appealing. I'm aware of all of that, okay? But I'm also aware that the person that I'm with is not ugly. They get a lot of attention and, they enjoy this attention. They do. And you're showing me like, I know they get a lot of attention. I know they get a lot of like feedback from other people, right? And you're afraid that that's going to come to an end. Like your person is going to either find somebody else that they're more attracted to or more drawn to, or alternatively, things are going so well, you're like, oh, I'm really afraid that things are going to start going really bad. My person's going to start being inconsistent. My person's going to start being hot and cold, which again, I feel is what happened between you and somebody else in the past. But you're bringing the past into the present. You're projecting it. And you're literally just making things harder for yourself because you're stressing yourself out. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands. Like you're just causing yourself all this stress, all this anxiety unnecessarily. I don't see any indication here in the 3D world of like, oh yeah, Taurus, your person, they're given massive F-boy or F-girl energies. You better beware. None at all. None at all. Okay. Moving on to Capricorn. Show me Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Show me Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. You're moving really, really slowly. Bottom of the deck, you get the Two of Wands. You're moving really, really slowly towards something. I'll see what direction you're moving in. But the reason you're moving so slowly is because you are simultaneously trying to move forward and move back at the same time. Some days you're like, okay, I'm going to move forward. Other days you're like, nope, let me think about the past. Let me move backwards. And then other days you're like, you know what? I want this. And then other days you're like, no, I want that. And so the universe is kind of like, okay, well, if you can't figure out the exact direction, the exact like destination that you're trying to get to, we're just going to wait. You're just going to have to wait a little bit longer to get there because it's kind of like you want to get here to Disneyland, right? You're like, okay, I'm driving to Disneyland. Actually, you know what? No, let me go back home. Nope, Disneyland now. No, you know what? Actually, back home sounds better. And you're doing this to yourself. Let's take a look, Capricorn, at why this is the energy showing up for you. Now, again, keep in mind, I say you. This could also be your person's energy connected to you. I'm reading the energies that I'm seeing. I don't know if they belong. Like, it's like I'm walking into a room and I'm reading the energy. I don't know if the energy is yours, your person's, the both of you. This is for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. The Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you get the Four of Pentacles. Okay, Cappy. Some of you may be dealing with a Gemini. This has to do with a soul connection. The Lovers is not just the Two of Cups here in the 3D world, although you do want to have a new beginning romantically with this person here. Cap Moon here, you know this is accurate. Hi, yes, Capricorn Moon. I love that you know your Sun, Moon, and Rising too. So you're essentially showing me like this has to do with a soul connection, a divine connection, somebody that you share a really, really strong bond in the 3D and the 5D with. Now, the reason you're bouncing back and forth is because, and you're stuck in place, by the way. You're bouncing back and forth between, I want a new beginning in love with this person. I need to focus on prioritize myself. I want to start over with them. I need to make sure that I give myself everything that I need, right? So it's like you're either, you're taking your energy and some days you're like focusing it on new beginning. Other days you're focusing it on yourself and nurturing yourself and supporting yourself. And you're kind of like the two are mutually exclusive. I can't like split my energy in half and give 50% to a new beginning in love and 50% to myself. No, it's either all or nothing. Now what ends up happening is because you keep bouncing back and forth, right, between I'll give them the energy. I'll focus on myself. I want a new beginning. I want to nurture myself, yada, yada. You end up staying stuck. What's interesting though, Cappy, is you're not giving up on either, right? You've been bouncing back and forth for a while now. You haven't released either of them. So it's not like, the more time passes, you're like, you know what? This kind of seems more aligned for me. You're like, no. It literally just depends on the day. Your energy just fluctuates. But all that ends up happening is that you're basically stuck in place. You're stuck center, smack center here in the middle. Let's take a look at the Knight of Pentacles because you are making some progress here, just not very much. But let's see which direction you're moving in, although slowly. Yeah. You're slowly moving to, yes, the sun. Bottom of the deck, you get the sun. Some of you may have a lot of Leo in your chart, or you may be dealing with a Leo. You're slowly moving towards having, like, wiping the slate clean, okay? Wiping the slate clean from heartbreak, wiping the slate clean from whatever difficult energies you're still carrying tied up to this ending, because there was an ending, there was a separation. So whatever energies, whatever emotional pain, which you may be aware of, you may be suppressing, that you carry tied up to this ending, you're wiping the slate clean. You're literally starting from scratch. Like, it's kind of like the universe is just coming in and taking it away on a deep, deep soul level, right? Because notice the cards. Minor arcana, these two are major arcana. So your higher self is literally coming in and wiping the slate clean, removing all of this and replacing these painful, difficult energies with happiness. The sun is the happiest card in the entire deck. Now, Cappy, before you get excited, you're moving real slowly here, honey. Okay? Like, you're almost stuck in place. You feel stuck in place. You are not stuck in place. You are making progress, but you're moving very, 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 very slowly, which is fine. You are an earth sign. No need to rush. Part of the reason, though, why you're moving so slowly is because of this energy. Remember, I want a new beginning. I want to focus on myself. F this person. I love this person. I want to be with them. I don't want to be with them, right? And that's okay. This is all aligned for you. You're going to get to the final destination. You're going to get to Disneyland eventually. It just might take you a little longer to get there. And if you feel like you're stuck, you're not actually stuck. You feel like you're stuck because the Knight of Pentacles is like the slowest moving energy. You're not stuck. You are making progress. It's just so slow that you can't see it. Okay, that was Earth signs. Let me sip my tea real quick because it is the morning here. And let's move on to our water signs, starting off with Cancer. Show me Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, please. Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you get the Knight of Swords. You're single. You're on your own. I don't feel like you're in a connection right now, Cancer, whether that's because you guys just broke up or we'll clarify this in a second. But you're really trying to figure out what to do here. And unfortunately, the reason you don't know what to do, and again, you're not showing me like, oh, I want the other person to take action. I expect the other person, to take action. Not at all. You're like, I'll do it. I'll take action. I'll do whatever needs to be done. The thing here is, though, nothing in the 3D world is happening between you and your person to give you any indication as to what action you should take. I'm going to clarify this in a minute. And again, you're fine on your own. You're not one of those signs that has to be in a connection, that feels the need to be in a connection, Cancer. But for some reason, you're like, it's like you're good on your own, right? Sitting here, picking your grapes, tending your garden. But then like on the back end, there's like this little bit where it's like, okay, well, what is the other person doing? Is anything going to happen with them? Like what's going on with them? Let's take a look. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Yep. You're definitely emotionally connected to someone. You may be single here in the 3D, but emotionally you are not single at all, my friend. Yep. Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, bottom of the deck, you get the Three of Cups. You want a reconciliation here. You do. You want a reconciliation. And you're showing me it's not just like, oh, I just want to reconcile for the heck of it, just to, be with someone. No, you're like, I'm good on my own. But emotionally, I'm still connected to someone. I feel that I love them. I know what I feel for them. And somehow, I don't know how, you're showing me, I know that they feel exactly the same way about me. They care about me just as much. They love me just as much. They miss me just as much. Now, you want to have a brand new beginning here. You're showing me I don't want an energetic new beginning. I want us here in the 3D world to reconcile. You're like, don't give me none of this energy, none of that. Okay? I want an actual new beginning here in the 3D world. And you're showing me that you're also very, very optimistic about it. So if I ask you, what do you think your odds are? You're like, oh, I think they're pretty good. I think they're pretty good. I mean, they're not incredible. They're not amazing, but I'm pretty optimistic about the chances of this happening, this reconciliation and this brand new beginning. Okay. But nothing's happening here in the 3D world. What did you say? He is a Cancer rising. Oh, shocker. Just kidding. Not shocker. This does kind of align with his energies, though. Let's take a look. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. So we are now on Cancer. We've done Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So now we're doing Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May. Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Star. Bottom of the deck, you get the Fool. So nothing is happening here in the 3D world, Cancer, because you're not doing anything. And again, I don't feel like your person is either, but this reading is about you, right? And you're showing me I'm not taking any action. I'm not doing anything here in the 3D world because I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. Now, it's not like you're even showing me like, oh, I'm expecting something or I'm anticipating something. No, you're just waiting. You're just waiting. Things ended between you and your person. This ending may have happened a little while ago because I don't see any actual like pain or heartbreak or anything like that tied up to it. And you're showing me I'm basically just waiting after this breakup. I know what I want. I know what I truly, truly want on like a deep soul level when it comes to you, when it comes to this connection, when it comes to your person. But you're showing me following this ending, I'm just kind of waiting. Now, what it is that you want is a new beginning here. You want to wipe the slate clean. You're showing me despite this ending, I still feel very connected to this person. I still feel very attached to them, but I'm not taking any action. I'm not going to do anything. And you're showing me it's not even like, oh, I'm not doing anything now, but I know I'll do something in the future. No, it's just like I'm just waiting. But in the meantime, you're not moving away from them. You're not moving towards them. You're not detaching. You're not disconnecting. You still love them. You still want a new beginning with them. Nothing's happening though. And I don't feel like you're not taking action because you're afraid of rejection, because you just showed me like the chances here. I'm pretty optimistic about this working out. Like I'm pretty optimistic about the fact that I can get this reconciliation. Interesting. Okay. Moving on to Scorpio. Show me Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a new deck. It's not like new, like when it came out. A lot of readers have this deck, but it's new for me because I just got it. Let's take a look at Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May. The Justice, Eight of Swords. Ooh, Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. Scorpio, honey, what's going on? What is this Eight of Swords? What are we afraid of? Now, you're trying, your aim, your goal this month is to achieve balance, divine balance. Like this could be in a relationship, career, or just in general, right? If you feel like your life is like all upside down, you're trying to achieve balance here, but you're really, really, really stressed out about something. There's something which is constantly playing on in your mind, and it's creating a lot of friction and resistance for you. Let me see if this is somebody connected to you. Like, what is going on? Let's start off with the Justice. Like I said, some of you may be dealing with a Libra. Doesn't have to be the case, though. The Empress, the Devil, Holy, and the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn or a Taurus. Bottom of the deck, you get the Five of Cups. Okay, so, wow. You want to restore divine balance here. Now, when I say divine balance, I don't just mean like, oh, I want to play nice. I want to be good with this person. No. Your person, the person that you're attached to, you're like, that's the person for me. That's the one that I want. Like this person was made for me. They were built for me. Like this is my person as far as I'm concerned. However, Somebody here, and I don't know if it's you or your person, somebody here is showing me an unhealthy behavioral pattern. So this could be infidelity, this could be lying, this could be emotional, like having like an avoidant attachment style. This could be, whatever that is, whatever this devil energy is, this toxic behavioral pattern. You're showing me I'm willing to work on it. Like, I want to work on it with you. So if this is your behavioral pattern, you want your person to come in and work with you. If this is your person's energy, you're like, I'm not going to abandon you. Like, I'm willing to work with you on this. Okay, I am. Despite the fact that in the past, something happened as a result of this, which has left a really sour taste in your mouth. Something happened where you're like, look, I'm not really eager to repeat history. I'm not really eager to like repeat the past. I really don't want another do-over of what happened or how things unfolded or whatever. But I'm willing to work with you on this. I am. And that's your definition of like divine balance. You're showing me like if you meet me halfway and we both work on whatever this toxic energy is, we can set it right. We can, right the energies. We can fix this together. Okay? But let's not let history, let's not have history happen again. You are very, very understanding, Scorpio. Very understanding. Okay. Let's see. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords because you are stressing about something. This isn't just, oh, yay, I'll work with you and we ride off into the sunset together. The Eight of Swords is you stressing about something. Six of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Scorpio, bottom of the deck, you get the Two of Swords. Honey, why are you doing this to yourself? Literally, you are stressing yourself out. Now, I don't know who this Six of Cups is about. Like, do you feel like this is your person? Like, this is the person for you? Because you're showing me, like, major arcana energy, which is, like, your higher self, and then you're showing me minor arcana. So your higher self is kind of like, yeah, let's work through this. Let's bring back divine balance. Let's right the wrongs. Let's do all of that. Here in the 3D world, you're also showing me, I feel like this is a deep connection, a soul connection. We have so many beautiful memories together. I'm really drawn to this person. I'm really attracted to this person. But I just don't know. I just don't know if we'll ever get to this place of balance, if we'll ever get to this place of like being able to balance out the energies. You want it. You really, really, really do. But you spend so much time thinking about it and stressing over it, and like, this is all you're thinking about, which it's kind of like, it's like a negative feedback loop almost, right? Where it's like, you're thinking about this connection and how much you care about this person and how significant they are to you and how much you're drawn to them and how you have so many beautiful memories. And then on that same, like in that same breath, you're like, oh, this is so positive, but oh my gosh, what if we're not able to work things out? What if we're not able to right the wrongs? Then that means I'm going to lose them, and then I'm going to lose just how much, I'm going to lose all the beautiful memories. I'm going to lose this person. But you're showing me, but I don't know. Maybe we will be able to work through things and I won't have to lose them. You're just stressing yourself out, causing yourself anxiety, thinking about like the future, right? There's that saying, it's like if you live in the past, you're depressed. You live in the future, you're anxious. You live in the present, you're good. You're not in the present. You are way, way, way in the future. And you're looking at all the worst case scenarios, all the ways that this is not going to work and it's not going to be able to fix this and you're not going to be able to right the wrongs. Now, again, I'm not saying you will. I'm not saying you won't. I can just tell you that these energies right now, you're stressing out for no reason because whatever it is you're stressing out about hasn't happened yet. It's in the future potentially, right? It's one possible timeline, but there are multiple other timelines, other ways that this could go. And you want this so badly that you're like trying to think of all the ways that it's not going to work out so you can preemptively like prevent that. But who says you're even going to have to do any of that? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're stressing out about like the monster coming and eating you, and it's like, what monster? What are you even talking about? The monster's not here yet. What if there is no monster? Do you know what I mean? Okay, that was Scorpio. Let's move on to Pisces. Show me Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, please. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. The Justice again. What is going on? And the Eight of Wands. You want to have a conversation. You want to set things right through a conversation. Bottom of the deck, you get the Emperor. Some of you may be dealing with an Aries. Notice how I said you want to have a conversation? I don't feel like you are. Let me just sip my water. I don't feel like you are having this conversation because you're giving me the Emperor energy. The Emperor is an energy of like, I'm not, like, look at this card. I'm not budging. I'm not moving. I am just sitting here on my throne. And it's like, okay, sit here on your throne, but you want to talk. And by the way, the energy that you're coming into this conversation with is a beautiful energy. You want to balance things out. You want to set things right. So why not have this conversation? Let's see. First of all, let's start off with the Justice. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. Let's see. Pisces, clarify the Justice for me, please. The Death, the Queen of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you get the Judgment. You want to resurrect this connection. Now, this is coming both from the 5D and the 3D. So your higher self is coming in and being like, yep, let's bring this connection back. Literally, both the Judgment and the Death is like bringing something back from the dead, resurrecting this connection from the dead. So whatever ended, this ending was pretty serious and pretty significant. This wasn't just like a little tiff of like, oh, I don't want to talk to you, I'm mad at you. No, this was a pretty significant, pretty deep, pretty powerful ending. And you're showing me like things ended. I want to bring this connection back. I want to resurrect it from the dead. I've decided this. You're still very connected to this person, by the way. Neither of you has severed this connection. So you're still attached to them. They're still attached to you. The bond is still there. Your definition of righting the wrongs is bringing this connection back. But then smack center in the middle, you're showing me the Queen of Swords. Your energy is kind of like, well, you got to be logical about this, Pisces. It's really nice that you still feel connected, and it's nice that you want to resurrect this. But like, if you think about this logically, is it going to happen? The universe is showing you this is like the aligned direction for you. Bringing this back, resurrecting this, it seems like it's aligned for you. If you choose to do that, it's likely going to work out. You're showing me I'm still connected to this person, but then your brain somehow comes into the equation and it's like, no, everybody else at this table, your higher self, your emotional, you guys are all wrong. I'm right. Think about this logically. And logically, you're like, no way. No way in hell. So it's literally like, again, you have your higher self at the table, you have your emotions at the table, and there's two against one, but your brain is somehow more powerful than both of them, and your brain is telling you that it's not going to happen, you're not going to be able to bring this back, you're not going to resurrect this. Why is your brain the loudest? Why? Pisces is my avoidant that ran away. This is a prime example of that. Prime example. Avoidant attachment style, they tend, at least energetically, they tend to assign a lot more value to logic, right? And I put that in air quotes because it's not logic, it's fear, but whatever. We're not going to get into that. Let's take a look at the Eight of Wands and see what you want to say if you were to have this conversation, because you definitely want to talk. Clarify the Eight of Wands for me, please. King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you get the Seven of Wands. Now, Pisces, you would never admit this. You would never have this conversation. I know that you're not, at least not based on these energies, you're not about to say what I'm about to say. You're not going to express this, okay? Because you're literally showing me, hell no. I will fight until the very end. I will beat these sticks up. I will not give up. I am not going to express this. But what you would say, if you were to put your guard down and you were to put your defense mechanisms down and you were to put your walls down, is that your decision to essentially, You're not showing me break up or walk away. You're showing me my decision to be single, to be on my own, which is a nice way of saying I broke up with you or I left or whatever. My decision to be on my own, which I thought would make me feel more stable, more grounded, which was more like aligned for me in terms of like energies here in the 3D world. My decision may have been a little bit impulsive. I maybe didn't really think this through. I maybe should have like given it another minute. So you're not expressing regret, Pisces, and you're also not saying I broke up, I made a mistake. You're not saying any of that. But you are alluding quite gently to the fact that, maybe you don't like being single. And maybe whatever decision you made that resulted in you being single, which at the time you thought would make you feel better, made you feel more stable, is actually, in hindsight, you're like, it may have been a bit impulsive. I should have probably thought this through. I didn't think really think through I didn't think of the consequences to my actions. And the consequences is you're on your own now, Pisces. Now again, don't need to attack me with these sticks. It's fine. You don't have to admit this to anybody. You can keep this all to yourself. I won't tell. You won't tell. It'll be our little secret, Pisces. Okay, that was water signs. Moving on to air signs. Let's take a look at Aquarius. Sun. Aquarius? Yes, Aquarius. Sun, moon, and rising. May predicted energies. Show me Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted energies for May. Two of Cups. And the Five of Pentacles. You love someone. Bottom of the deck, you get the moon. Some of you may be dealing with the Pisces. I don't think that it is. I think like what you're doing here, Aquarius, is suppressing. You're real good at this, though. You really are. You out of all the air signs, right? Notice how Aquarius has like a bucket with them, right? So a lot of people think Aquarius is a water sign. You guys are an air sign. And what you tend to do is, specifically when it comes to emotions, which emotions are indicated by cups in tarot, or water, you tend to take your emotions, you take that bucket of water that you hold, and you just literally dump it. You suppress it, you ignore it. You're like, feelings? What feelings? I have feelings? Nah, I don't have feelings. I don't care. I don't love. I don't hate. I'm not angry. I don't have any feelings. I'm good. And you, out of all the air signs, are really, 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 really good at doing that in the emotional regard. And of course, we're seeing it this month. There is a romantic connection here. This is not a friend. This is not a family member. This is somebody that you have love for, actual romantic feelings for. And what you're doing is you're showing me, I miss them. So something happened here where they're gone. Their energy is gone. You miss them. You miss this connection. You yearn for them. And what do you do at the bottom of the deck? Let me just take all of these feelings and let me just bury them within myself. Let me just suppress them. I don't feel anything. I don't love them. I don't miss them. Who was I in a relationship with? Oh, Aquarius. Let's take a look at the Two of Cups. Now, again, I say you because this is your reading. This could be your person's energy connected to you. I don't feel like that's the case, but for some of you, it may. Because I know a lot of times people are like, well, I know how I feel. I want you to tell me how my person feels. You'd know if this is your energy. If it's not your energy, it could be your person's energy. And if it's not their energy, this reading may not be for you, right? Let's see. Two of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. You want to have a brand new beginning here. Bottom of the deck, you get the Hermit. You and your person are not talking. And even if you are talking, there's a lot of things which are left unsaid here, okay? And you're showing me, I want to have a brand new beginning here in the 3D world. Don't give me none of that energetic nonsense. I don't want to start over romance. I want a new beginning here in the 3D world. Me and this person together, sitting face to face, looking at each other, talking to each other. So you want to have a brand new beginning, and you're showing me like, I want to rebuild this foundation between us. We can start off as friends. We don't have to go straight back to a relationship, but I do want to have some sort of interaction with them. I do want to not be missing them. I do want to have their energy in my life, even if it's like as a friend or we're in that like situationship. I don't really care. I just want them back. I want a new beginning here. There is also buried amongst all your energy a little bit of regret. There's a little bit of regret as to how you handled things, maybe what you said, how you approached things. Maybe you were a little impulsive in how you handled the situation. Either way, I feel like the regret is kind of like buried at the very, very bottom of all of this, right? So I don't even know if you're fully aware of this regret that you're feeling, because notice how the cards, it's like green, green, and then the regret's like somewhere in the middle there. But the reason you want to have this new beginning is nice. It's nice. It's not like you're coming from a place of ego or like, oh, you know, they left me. I don't even feel like they left you. I feel like you're the one that ended it. All right, Aquarius, let's take a look at the Five of Pentacles. Let's see. Clarify the Five of Pentacles for me, please. Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, Six of Cups. This ending is very difficult. It still weighs on you. This ending still weighs on you. You're not over it. And I'm not even saying like get over the ending. It's more so things ended, right? And now I'm left missing this person. I'm left missing this connection. I'm left yearning for them. I'm left going down memory lane with all the beautiful nostalgic memories that we have. And you guys do have a lot of beautiful memories together. All of that weighs on you. So the memories weigh on you. The fact that the ending, you haven't processed it. You haven't, it's still like just there. You're still, it's kind of like you're still this pelican holding this fish. It's like you're not eating the fish. You're not releasing the fish. You just have the fish in your mouth. And you're like, what am I doing with this? Right? And it just, everything's just weighing heavily on you. And you're showing me, I'm waiting for this to kind of like resolve. Now, either, again, this is you. I don't assign gender to my cards. Either you're going to resolve this or the universe is somehow going to resolve this. You're not showing me what you're hoping happens, but you're waiting. You're like, look, I'm not doing anything right now because it doesn't feel like it's the right time. I know what I want to have happen. I just don't, like, I don't know exactly how it's going to unfold. So it's kind of this energy of like, I want to get to Disneyland, right? But I don't know how I'm going to get there. Am I going to have a private jet? Is the universe going to teleport me there? Am I going to drive there, right? You don't know how you're going to get there, but you know where you want to go. But you're not doing anything yet. You're not doing anything yet. Okay, let's take a look at Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Predicted energies for May. King of Cups. Oh boy, do you love someone. And the Nine of Wands. And you're fighting it. Bottom of the deck, you get the Page of Swords. Here's the thing. You have a lot of love for someone here, Libra. You really do. You love them. And it's not even like, oh, I love them because I know they love me. No, you're like, I love them. I am wholeheartedly, confidently saying I love this person. But there's also a lot of friction, a lot of resistance, and it's like an uphill battle with this person. And you have your doubts. You have your doubts as to whether or not this can actually work here in the 3D world. So the best example I could give you, it's like you're like, oh, okay, I want to build a house with you, you and your person. I want to build a house with you. And your person's like, yeah, I want to build a house too. And you guys both go ahead and you're like, okay, I know how to build a house. Do you know how to build a house? Your person's like, yeah, I know how to build a house. And then you guys start working and you're like, ooh, I don't know if we're going to be able to build this house. I don't know if this connection's going to work, right? I know, stupid example, but essentially your question, your doubts stem and focus on the fact that you don't know if here in the 3D world, practically, this connection can work. Let's see why. First of all, let's see the love, because you got a lot of love for this person. Let's see. Clarify the King of Cups for me, Libra, please. Oh, you're not sharing it, are you? Why do you, it's not even suppressing. You're like, no, I'm just going to keep this to myself. And this is you, King of Swords. Okay, let me sip my water real quick, Libra. Because you This is like a roundabout, okay? You're showing me. We go through this like beautiful cycle, me and this person, and you've gone through this cycle multiple times. Now, it's not even like a breakup from the cycle. You're still showing me very much that you're attached to this person. You almost on some level feel like married to them, for better or worse, right? When couples get married, you know, the physical intimacy goes down, they bicker a lot more versus people that are on their like, you know, the honeymoon phase of 3 months into a relationship. Everything's perfect. My person's perfect. They walk on water, right? You're kind of like married to this person energetically. And I say for better or worse because you're going to understand why. You and your person have gone through this cycle at least twice, if not more. We're committed. Okay, I feel like I'm married to them. I love them so much. This is so awesome. You know, I love them. I love them. And then for some reason, something freaking happens. We stop talking. We stop talking. We stop communicating. My feelings go away. I don't, you know, express anything. Look at these cards. Blue, blue, purple, black. You shut your feelings off. You don't feel anything. You're like, nope, forget it. Don't want to talk to them. Don't love them. And then somehow you guys end up back in the commitment. It's like you guys find your way back to each other. Like you're tethered to each other. You're two halves of the same book. Like look at this card. Look at this card right here. This is a book, right? You have the heart on one side, the brain on the other. You and your person constantly alternate between doing what makes sense for you and what you feel like doing. And when I say makes sense, this is ego. You and your person are, by the way, both, like I said, the same book, two different chapters, two halves. And then, you know, you somehow end up here. And it's not even like, oh, we stop talking, I love them, and then we get back into this like dynamic. No, it's like we stop talking, it makes sense, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then somehow we end up in this dynamic again. And then after we end up here, I realize that I love them. And then something happens. And then again, we stop talking. What in the absolute F is going on, Libra? Now, this could be your energy. This could be your person's energy. I don't know who's enacting this dynamic, but again, it's like a wheel. It never stops spinning. It literally just depends where you guys are on this like Ferris wheel. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're talking, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're connected, sometimes you love them. What in the absolute F is going on? Anywho, let's move on to the Nine of Wands and see why this frustrates you, because what could possibly be frustrating about this cycle? Absolutely nothing. This is amazing. I'm being sarcastic, obviously. But let's see what the frustration is for you. Like, what exactly about this frustrates you? The Devil, the Four of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Yep, bottom of the deck, you get the Moon. So either you or your person, I don't know who this energy belongs to, okay? Somebody here has some unhealthy behavioral patterns, which they need to heal. They need to heal. Now, Libra, I'm going to call you out real quick. You're showing me the Knight of Swords, which means I feel like it's you. I feel like it's you. I'm just putting out there. Now, whatever these unhealthy behavioral patterns are, they're deeply ingrained in you. This is not just like, oh, I picked up a bad habit of smoking. This is like, I have a really, really bad habit of self-sabotage or infidelity, or I just lie and I can't help it, right? This is something which is ingrained on a deep, deep level. And you're showing me, I know I need to heal this. And again, you're showing me I need to heal this because the Knight of Swords is an action-taking card. You know you need to heal this because it causes a lot of frustration and resistance within this connection. Now, there's a big difference between knowing and doing. You know you need to stop smoking. You don't stop smoking. Maybe for a week you try to smoke less, or maybe you're like, oh, let me move over to like vaping or whatever, which is just as bad. You don't actually stop smoking. So you know you need to do something here. You want to do it, but it's almost like it's too difficult. You're like, this is too much of an uphill battle for me. I don't know. I'll deal with this later. And then later becomes never. Libra, if this resonated for you and you want to fill me in on what this cycle is, I would love to know, because WTF is all I have to say. Okay, Libra, moving on to Gemini. Let's do a Gemini sun, moon, and rising for May. Sun, moon, and rising, Gemini. The Hermit, and the Page of Wands. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. Bottom of the deck, you get the star of Virgo or Aquarius. It doesn't have to be, though. You're keeping something to yourself here. Now, this doesn't necessarily seem like something bad. It's just kind of like, I'm keeping this under wraps. I know what I want. I know what I'm manifesting. I know what I'm asking the universe for, but I'm keeping this to myself. On the surface, you appear like unbothered, but not in like a mean way. Just kind of like, I don't really care. Take it or leave it, right? Like, look at this card. She's got a very unbothered like expression. She's like, sure, if you want to, like, that's fine, right? But deep down, it's fine. It's not, oh, take it or leave it. It's like, I want this so bad I can freaking taste it. But you're keeping this to yourself. You're not sharing this with anybody. Oh, let's see, Gemini. What? Clarify the Hermit for me. Clarify the Hermit for me, please. The Sun, the Three of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. You would like, and bottom of the deck, you get the Five of Cups. You want a brand new beginning here, romantically. You're showing me I'm carrying some heartbreak, some emotional pain, which you're probably suppressing for the majority of you. You're not really feeling this pain. You're just showing me like, I'm carrying this heartbreak, I'm carrying this pain. It has to do with the past. Something that happened in the past, which you're still not over. You haven't processed it. It's kind of like whatever happened. You're like, oh, that sucks. Wish it didn't happen that way. And then you just kind of took the pain that came about as a result of that, and you just kind of just swallowed it. You're like, I don't want to deal with this. What you're asking the universe for is twofold. One, here in the 3D world, you want a brand new beginning in love. You want to start over romantically. Now, either some of you have somebody specific in mind. Majority of you, I feel like you're just asking for new love. I want new love. I want new emotion, new energy. The other part of what you're asking is quite deeper. You want to be happy. You're showing me right now, I feel okay. I don't feel happy. I don't feel like the sun is shining from within me. I don't feel like I have that vibrant, radiant energy. That's what I want. That's what I'm asking the universe for. Now, keep in mind, at the center, we've got the Three of Swords. There's heartbreak here, which is connected to both your desire for happiness and your desire for a new beginning in love. But whatever happened in the past, which brought about this heartbreak, you haven't fully processed yet. Maybe you dealt with it a little bit. Maybe you're in the process of processing it, but you haven't fully worked through it. And so it's almost like you're asking to have a slice of cake when you're still in the process of baking the cake, you know? And again, this is all deep, deep within you. With the Hermit, this is happening on a deep level. I don't even know if the majority of you are very aware of like all this that's happening internally. For most of you, you just can kind of maybe feel like you're a little bit more bummed out. The energies are kind of stuck. You're not super clear as to why, right? But you're kind of like, you know, I want new love. It's not happening. I don't understand why. This is why. This is why, right? Whatever happened in the past, you haven't fully processed the emotional pain that came about as a result of that. You're still carrying some of it. Let's take a look at the Page of Wands. Clarify the Page of Wands for me. King of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, honey. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. All you're missing is the Ace of Swords. Oh, I thought that was the Ace of Swords. I was like, you got almost all, like 3 out of 4 aces. You really, 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 really want a new beginning here. Now, you have somebody in particular in mind because you're showing me there's a lot of stress and healing tied up to this desire for a new beginning. You're also showing me, I love this person. You don't know how they feel about you. And so this, I don't care, I'm unbothered, I'm unfazed energy, this is like a facade. This is like what you're trying to project. Underneath, you want this new beginning so bad, you're literally stressing out about it day and night. You're like, I love them, I want to start over, I want to start over, but you don't want to scare them, you don't want to appear desperate, you don't want to, you know, scare them away, and so you're like, whatever, you know, I'm cool, I'm chill, it's fine. I don't care. Like, either way works for me. When inside you're screaming, you're like, I want to start over. And you're stressed out about it too. Oh, Gemini. Gemini. Okay, that was air signs. Moving on to fire signs. Leo. Show me Leo, sun, moon, and rising, please. May predicted energies for Leo. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. The Knight of Wands and the Strength. This is you, Leo. This is you. Bottom of the deck, you get the 10 of Pentacles. There's some action you want to take here. Now, this has to do with a new beginning. Either you guys broke up, you're not together, or you're just going through a rough phase. Having a new beginning within a connection that you view as stable, successful, and can go the distance. Okay? Could be friends, family member, romantic. We're going to see in a second. Now, you want this, and when it comes to taking action, there's almost this energy of like, you're not forcing yourself. You don't want to be impulsive. Let me see. Let me clarify the Knight of Wands for you. Because the Knight of Wands is not a bad energy, but it's impulsive and it's fast. It's very, very, very quick, which for some reason you're showing me that's not a good thing when it comes to whatever it is I want to do when it comes to this connection. Like, I want to make sure that I'm not impulsive. I'm not taking action from a place of like, oh, I just want to do this, right? Like, I need to think this through, which again, Leo, this is not you. Like, you are fire. You are the epitome of fire. King of Cups, 5 of Swords, 6 of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you get the 8 of Wands. There's somebody that you want to talk to. You want to talk to this person. You love them very much and you want to talk to them. This is the action that you want to do. So you either want to text them, you want to call them, you want to reach out. You want to talk to this person. Here's why I'm hesitating, Leo. Because you're showing me, I feel like I want to talk to this person because I feel like on some level, not all the levels, some level, I ruined the beautiful connection that we have. So you're showing me the 6 of Cups, which is letting me know, first of all, you and this person have a lot of beautiful memories together. But secondly, it takes 2 to tango, right? You didn't single-handedly destroy this connection, but you're showing me I want to talk to this person because like I feel like whatever I did definitely, if not completely ruined and destroyed this connection, like if you didn't single-handedly sabotage this connection, you did something to like cause it to break, to disintegrate, to collapse. You're essentially showing me I feel like I did something to ruin this connection. And if I didn't ruin it, I definitely contributed to the destruction of this connection. Now, you're having to hold yourself back from reaching out and talking to them. Look at this horse. This horse is literally like, there's no reins on it, by the way. Notice how this person is literally just holding the horse by the mane, but this horse does not look like they're, having a great time. It's like they're literally being held back against their will from taking this action. You are holding yourself back from reaching out to this person. With every single bit of energy that you have, you're like, nope, I'm not going to text them. I'm not going to. Now, this is not coming from a place of ego. No, Leo, this is not like, oh, I'm not going to text them because, F them. There's another reason, which I'm not going to get into because obviously this isn't a personal, I'd have to do it for all the signs. There's another reason which you're showing me. If I reach out to them, it has to make sense. Like, it can't be impulsive. I have to hold myself back. But man, do you want to reach out to them. You really do. Let's take a look at the Strength. Clarify the Strength for me, Leo. The Devil, the World, and the Ace of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn. Bottom of the deck, you get the King of Swords. Leo, look, you're kind of obsessing a little bit. You're obsessing a little bit over this ending, over whatever ended between you and your person. Now, the way you're obsessing is you're thinking about it over and over and over and over and over again. There's something you're not clear on. There's something which you don't understand. Now, again, I wish I could clarify this, but not going to. But there's something which you're looking like, I need to understand this. I need to think about this logically. Sword. I need to get it's like an explanation, but it's more so to yourself. There's something which you don't understand, and you're thinking about it, but you're thinking about it obsessively, Leo. Obsessively. This is literally an energy of like, I wake up thinking about this, I go to sleep thinking about this, I'm eating, I think about this nonstop. And but it's not, how do I explain this energy? It's not like you're thinking about it from like, oh, okay, I'm trying to get an answer, but if I don't, then it is what it is. Like, I have to just accept it that I'm never going to have the answer to this, okay? It's almost like if you don't get the answer, if you don't get the clarity that you're looking for, like, the world is going to end as you know it. I don't really know how to explain this energy, Leo. I hope I'm making sense, but it's literally like you're racking your brain thinking about something, and you're obsessively thinking about it, and you're showing me like, I need to get the answer to this. I have to, because if I don't, like, my world as I know it is going to end. But it's not that serious, because here in the 3D world, I don't see that actually happening. This is just more so internally for you. This isn't going to resonate for everybody. All the Leos out there, this is not going to be everybody's energy. I could tell you right now. There's a few of you which needed to hear this message. Okay, moving on to Sag. Show me Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For May, this was me about a month ago. Yeah. Yeah. Glad that's not your energy anymore. Let's take a look at Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck, you get the Page of Pentacles. You have a new beginning with somebody here. You and your person have relit the spark, right? You've found your way back to each other. You guys have picked something up, but it's hard. It's like an uphill battle, okay? The Ace of Wands is a very, very positive, exciting energy. It's like a wand, fire, beautiful. But you're showing me it's hard. It's difficult because something here in the 3D world is not happening. There's like it's like we have we started over, we rekindled this, and then nothing's actually progressing. Let me see why this is so difficult. Let's clarify the 10 of Wands. I'm not taking personal questions right now. If you'd like a personal question, you can go ahead and send me a message. You can book a reading. I don't take personal questions. And the only time I do take questions in a chat is from my subscribers, my monthly subscribers here on IG or YouTube. I'll do an exclusive subscriber Q&A. I'll announce it obviously, but other than that, the only way to get your questions answered by me is either if you're a subscriber or you purchase a personal reading. 10 of Wands is clarified by the Hanged Man, the 5 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Yep. Bottom of the deck, you get the Judgment. You guys have this new beginning. You've started over, okay? But you're realizing, Sag, that the difficulties, okay, whatever caused the separation, whatever was difficult for you in this connection in the past, and you're showing me the cycle, okay? You've been down this road before. Whatever was difficult in the past, y'all are still stuck there. The difficulty has not improved. The difficulty has not shifted. History is essentially repeating itself. Right? Now, again, I don't necessarily see breakup. I don't see heartbreak. There's something else where you're like, this connection it's like walking up a hill with a 100-pound boulder that I have to constantly carry, right? And it's like you guys are stuck there. You're stuck in the past. Like whatever was difficult in the past, and this, again, you've been down this road at least once before because you're showing me the Wheel of Fortune. It's like, yep, this is giving deja vu. Like I've been here before. This sounds familiar. You're showing me whatever was difficult in the past, whatever hardships we had, we still have them. We haven't overcome them. There's been no progress in that regard, and you're realizing that this month. So if in the past your person had a hard time communicating, guess what? Y'all are starting over again. They still have a hard time communicating. Let's say your person, they tiptoe the line between loyal and disloyal. That's still an issue. This is something that was in the past. It sucked in the past. It hurt you in the past. It still sucks and it still hurts you and it's still difficult and you guys are just stuck there basically. It's kind of like same-ish, different day is what I gotta say. Let's take a look at the Ace of Wands though, because this is a new beginning here. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, King of Cups. You love your person so much. Here's the thing, Sag. The energies, and you get the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Some days, the energies are so overwhelmingly positive with this person. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups, the King of Cups. Like, it's love and it's a romantic connection and you feel the love and you give them love and you're like, yes, this is a new beginning in love. We've started over. We've rekindled this. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I love this. It's amazing. Like, this is literally unicorns and rainbows and butterflies and love and I love you and you love me and like, let's get married and let's have kids. This is awesome. Okay? And then other days, you're in this energy of same-ish, different day. The hardships are the same that they were. The uphill battle is the same that it was. The same thing that sucked in the past is still sucking. This person hasn't changed. There hasn't been any progress. We're literally just on this like infinite loop. Some days you're in this energy. Some days you're in this energy. And honey, it's literally just dependent on the day. It's not even like, oh, we're moving from this to this. It's like, no. Monday, Tuesday, we're here. Wednesday, we're here. Thursday, we're here. Friday, Saturday, we're here. Sunday, y'all over the place. You and this connection, all over the place. Oh boy, I'm exhausted. I'm just exhausted. This is, whew, yawn. Okay. Last but not least, Aries. Let's see. Clarify Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May. Predicted energies. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May. The Nine of Cups, the Hierophant. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus. Bottom of the deck, you get the Six of Wands. You're like, I'm emotionally fulfilled. I'm good. I'm in this connection. Some of you may be married to this person. I'm in this deep, committed relationship, and it feels good, and it feels amazing, and everything is great, and the hard part is over, and now, everything's working out. This is awesome. This is beautiful. You're getting what you need emotionally. Your person's giving you. Why do I feel like there's a but, Aries? Why do I feel like you fronting? You playing? What's going on? Let's take a look at the Nine of Cups. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just a pessimist. Just kidding. I am not. Let's see. I could be wrong. I've been surprised before. Clarify the Nine of Cups for me. You're showing me I'm good. Look at this person. They're smug. They're happy. They got everything they need emotionally. Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you get the Two of Pentacles. So overall, the connection that you're in, it's good. You're showing me, I love my person. They love me. I know that. They give me what I need emotionally. They balance me out emotionally. They fulfill me emotionally. I'm aware of that. But then other times, there's something which is kind of like, something's missing. Now, look at this card. This person's looking down at their pentacle. They're like, oh, this is a nice pentacle, but something's missing from this pentacle. I can't figure out what it is, though, but there's something missing. And that's essentially and again, you get the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So some days you're feeling really, really good. You feel the love. You give them love. Everything's amazing emotionally. Then other days, it's not bad. You're just like, I'm just trying to get clear on what's missing. Like something's missing here for me, but I don't know what it is. And you're trying to think about it. You're not like draining yourself, racking your brain trying to figure out what it is. That's not that. It's just a little whisper, a little hint of something. And again, it's not all the time because some days you're like, no, this is good. This is amazing. But other days it's like, little something missing here. Let's take a look at the Hierophant. Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, the Two of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you get the Six of Cups. Aries. You're dealing with two people. You're dealing with two people. This is the person you're with. This is the person you want to be with. Because you're showing me the person that I'm with, I love them, they love me, they give me what I need emotionally, but something's missing, right? And I'm like, what's missing? It's this. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus. There's a person who is your Empress, the person for you, the connection for you. These are all minor arcana. This is what's happening here in the 3D world. This is major arcana. This is what your soul, your higher self wants. And this is somebody specific. And you're showing me this person, I'm not with them. I'm single from them. You're not single in general. In the real world, you're not single, honey. You're very, very much in a connection. But when it comes to the person you actually want to be with, you're single from them. You're not with them. You love them. They're your soul connection. And some of you are yearning for a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, Queen of Wands. This is the person that you want to be with, that you are not with, and this is the person that you're with, which is good. They're good. They're not bad. They give you what you need emotionally. But something's missing. And obviously, honey, what's missing is this. This is your birthday cake, ice cream, chunky, delicious flavor that you want. This is your vanilla. If you have a sweet tooth and you want some sugar, vanilla is going to hit the spot, right? Ice cream is delicious no matter what. But ice cream, vanilla, just plain vanilla versus chunky bits of birthday cake with brownies and cookie doughs and fudge swirls. And this is what you really want. But this is what you got. Oh boy, Aries, you spicy. Well, that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you here on the next monthly reading.